For as long as Trone could remember, he'd always enjoyed playing with his little brother. The two of them naturally suited as compatible playmates. Trone would assume his role as the leader, deciding what games they'd play. His brother, ever the enthusiast, would propel himself towards whatever Trone suggested. But what Trone had tried explaining to his father, back when they'd still been at home, before they'd left for the Olean Glades, was Aldrian's propensity to divert from the path Trone laid out upon the onset of each adventure. Halfway through each game, Aldrian would go on a tangent, would develop what game they were playing as they played it, inventing new rules, altering the initial objectives, following the trail his imagination laid out before him, leaving Trone in the dust. "He will be difficult to manage, father," Trone had sighed the night before they departed from their Hayden Moon home. His father had divulged the plan to his astute 8-year-old to win the friendships of both daughters of Alepion for the sake of Tree Fairleaf. And yet, Trone had been doubtful. "I know that better than most," Daughters Fairleaf had agreed. "But I have watched you master your brother before, Trone. I have seen it so many times. He does look up to you, does love you well. You do know that, don't you?" Trone did. And presently, he turned his head from his swing to regard his brother, who was busy creating a perimeter in the sandpit, was using the long blade father had given him to draw a wide circle within the sandpit's parameters. Trone's brother was barefoot, having had discarded his boots somewhere on the playground moments upon arriving at daycare, where their parents had left them for the day. Aldrian was still wearing his suit of mail, going on 3 consecutive days now, to their mother's great sorrow. His dark hair was tied up in a knot that just now bounced on top of his head as he moved about. When he straightened, Aldrian waved his weapon in the air, shouting, "The melee is ready, brother!" Aldrian then gave a stern and hard look at the other younglings, who he'd forced to vacate the pit while he got it ready. "Who will challenge the Fairleaf brothers to a duel?" One of the elves, a fair-headed powder, who was of a height with Aldrian, looked with envious eyes at Aldrian's long blade, and complained that none had one like it to fight.